So in this video, this is our UVA training. So in this video, we will be discussing about how to solve the UVA problems. So in this session, this is the questions we want to solve. 401 palindromes. So a regular palindrome is a string of numbers and letters that is the same forward as backward. For example, this string A, B, C, D, E, D, UVA is a palindrome because it's the same when the string is read from left to right and as when the string is read from right to left. So it's pretty self-explanatory here. So A, B, C, D, E, if we read from left to right, okay, so we get this. Or if we read from right to left, we also get back the same string. So a mirror string is a string for which when each element of string is changed from its reverse and the string is read from there and the result is same with the original string. For example, 3AIA is mirror string because A and I are their own reverse. So 3 and E are each of other reverse. So in this mirror string, it acts like a mirror. So the mirror of E is 3. The mirror of A is A itself, and I is I itself. So we can conclude that this is a mirror string. So we can get the table from here. Character A and the mirror character is A and E is 3. 3 is also E. Okay, next. Mirror palindrome is a string that meets the criteria of regular palindrome and the criteria of mirror string. So if the string happens to be a regular palindrome and mirror string, so it is said to be a mirror palindrome. So the string ATOYOTA is a mirror palindrome because it's a string I read backward. The string is string original, so this is very good. And each of the characters is replaced by the reverse and the result is read backwards. So as we can see from here, this is a mirror string. So the result is same with the original string. Of course, A, T, O, Y are all their own reverses. So again, we refer to this table. Note that O and 0, the letters are considered the same characters, and therefore only the character O is a valid character, which means that when we want to check the string given, we need to replace the 0 to the letter, then only we start checking. So no worries. The input consists of string per line in which each of which will consist of 1 to 20 valid characters. There will be no invalid characters in any string, so your program should read to the end of file. For each input string, you should print the string starting in column 1 and immediately followed by exactly one of the following string. So it is something like this. Not a palindrome, then we check whether it's a palindrome, not a palindrome, a regular, a mirror string, or a mirror palindrome. Following the criteria or by checking it. So note that the output line is to include and spacing exactly as shown in the table above and demonstrate in the sample output below. So in addition, after each output line, you must print an empty line. So after output the result, then you need to print an empty line before you print the following results. So let's start by checking how we check the palindrome. So let's say I have So to check the palindrome, just refer to the figure here so that you can get a basic idea. Okay, those the first letter should be checked against this last letter. So the second letter should be checked against the second last, and so on. So this is 0, this is 1. So as you can see from here, the first position we want to check is increasing, while the second position of the letter we want to check is decreasing. So in fact, we can get the following formula. Compare letter I with letter. So the length for this array is 6. So we can okay, so for the first time we will have 0. I is 0. So I is just 0. So the thing to note here is we only need to check until the half of the array, because if we check the whole thing, we will end up checking twice, because eventually we will get back 3, compare 3 to 2, 4 to 1, and previously we have already compared 1 to 4, so which is quite pointless in this case. So we only have to check until the half of the array. Okay, so you compare. If the letters of the current comparison are the same, then we continue checking. Otherwise, we can say that this is not a palindrome because the letters are different. So in this case, when we compare D, then we found, okay, the letter is position 2 and position 3 are different, so this string is not a palindrome. Otherwise, if we compare until the end, the letters are still the same, so we have no choice but to conclude that this is a palindrome. Pause, else continue. Alright. So this is the part of checking a palindrome. Then for the case of having odd numbers of letters, it's also the same thing, except we don't have to check the middle number. So in this case it's 6, so we only have to check until 2. So the length of the array should be 6. So each for all numbers should be 7. 7 divided by 2 is 3. So we I less than 3, which means that I equals to 0, 1, and 2. So the next mirror string. So the checking is slightly different here, but still the same. So for this part, we replace with the mirror letter. So let's see the code, so we should be able to know it better. So okay, I first start with loading all the values into an array, which means that the mirror of 3 is E, the mirror of E is 3. So the whole character array is 128 size because it's in ASCII. So next, if mirror. So we'll start with checking the operations that we did here. So I have simplified the functions. So I can Boolean array if mirror is true first. So if the letters happen to be a mirror of the other side, so which is here, then this mirror should be returned true. Otherwise, if we return false, our loop will be broken because we have no point on checking the following letters as it's already not mirror as we found. Then we also need to consider the case of odd number. If it is odd number, then the letters at the middle should be the character that has reverse of itself as the mirror. So which is also demonstrated here. I is the mirror of itself. So then we print the value. If it's not a palindrome and not a mirror, then not a palindrome. If it's a palindrome but not a mirror, then regular palindrome. If it's a not a palindrome and it's a mirror, then mirror string. And else it's a palindrome and it's a mirror, then it's a trivial palindrome. Then we proceed to print out the result. Oh, so that is it for this question. If you have any problems, please leave a comment. So see you in the next video.